When a user clicks on a parameter, DataLink Viewer assumes that they want to change the value of that parameter. So, for example, we have one parameter that controls how many detailed rows we're showing. This is this parameter. If I click on it, I get a simple input box and I can change it to 5, hit enter, and now I get 5 detailed rows. If I want to control how many top level nodes I see, I can just click on this node. Instead of 5, change it to 8, and I get 8 product types. So that's the behavior with a single value parameter that allows custom values and doesn't have more than one default value. What happens if there is more than one default value? One special case is a binary parameter that allows only 2 default values and no custom values. It's kind of a toggle parameter. In this case, this is a parameter that controls whether profit or revenue are shown. So if I click on it once, it changes immediately to revenue. If I click on it again once, it changes back to profit. Same thing with this, expand or collapse. Single click, all of them are expanded. Another single click, all of them are collapsed. And with a little bit of creativity, you can do a lot of different interesting things with it, such as controlling what sections are displayed. So instead of having 3 possible values, like in this case, where I'm using formulas to control whether I'm showing crosstabs, detail, or both, you can use this approach with a 2-value parameter to just toggle between show a lot of detail or not detailed, show crosstab or not, and so on. So I'm going to go back to just the detail view. What about a case where a parameter has more than 2 default values? This is this case where I control the product class, and I can just double-click bicycles, and now I see only bicycles. I can double-click accessories. I can see only accessories now, or back to all. So that's a case of more than 2 default values, and if there's lots and lots of default values, such as this case, just for demonstration purposes, it gets you a dialog with up to 25 values, and the rest you can scroll, and you can again double-click one of them, and it changes to that value. What about dates? If I click on a date parameter, I get a nice date dialog, and I can select a different date by just double-clicking on the calendar. I'm going to double-click 18th of January, and it has changed. I can, while I'm selecting the calendar, I can move around using the arrows. I can select another month. I can use page down or page up to move between months. I can do control page down to go to higher level years, or control page up to go to lower level years. And of course I can also enter the values directly. So 3/3/2001, and I can go back to that year. These are all specific cases. What happens if the parameter doesn't fall into one of these cases? Then it's exactly like when you click on such a parameter, it's exactly like clicking on the refresh button and selecting the option to change just that parameter, in which case you will get a parameter dialog that is the typical default crystal dialog just for that parameter when you click on it.